thanks to both of you for getting up early. I know it's not easy when you're out there at this festival. But Derek, I want to start with you. You and Rodney arranged to bring 100 African-American university students to South by Southwest this year. Why was it so important for them to be there?
It kind of goes into our macro view and our mission of trying to diversify the tech space. South by Southwest is a huge, festival and a huge platform to bring these students in and have them, have the exposure, get in the same room with some of the decision makers and give them career opportunities.
Yeah, Rodney, is the issue a lack of access to capital? Is it cultural bias within tech management? What do you think is the biggest hurdle standing in the way of more diversity? Because we keep hearing about it, but it doesn't seem to be happening as fast as people would like.
Yeah, I think when you look at all of the things that you mentioned, access to capital is definitely one. I mean, you start with just the wealth gap in America. I mean, the average net worth of a white American family is $140,000+, Asian American $100,000 because of their propensity to go in technology. Latino Americans 13, and African Americans 11,000. So if you've got a startup company, an African American Latino company community, there's not a lot of family and friends capital you're going to raise to get off the ground. So and of course the diversity conversation, you go back to the work that Reverend Jackson and some of the other groups up there were doing to bring a spotlight on the lack of diversity in Silicon Valley. It was sort of kind of a reactive, knee-jerk response from my vantage point. And so a lot of these groups basically put a Band-Aid, kind of on a really big wound. And you started having these diversity conversations about conversations, but the budgets were not really put in place. When companies actually want to address a respective matter, they fund it. And I think that's what's starting to happen now. A lot of the companies that help bring the students down and help us with the startup ecosystems we're launching in other cities now.
Yeah, Derek, I want to ask you, you're bringing your star power to this along with your investment in it. How young do you think we need to start addressing children in terms of bridging the digital gap? You're bringing university students there, but when do we need to start getting the message to kids in neighborhoods that there is a role for them in technology?
Yeah, I think as early as possible. I was actually doing research last night on different STEM initiatives in Nashville that I can put my 5-year-old son in. So I think early exposure is key. Introducing this to kids as early as possible. So, like I said, my son's 5 years old, so I think that's a great age to start. And the more and more they get familiar with it, the more and more they're going to have an affinity to go into the tech space.
Yeah, Derek, Rodney, we're almost out of time, but what role does entrepreneurship play? We've been talking a lot about the role of women, and we've heard if there aren't roles there for you, start your own company. It's a good time. I'm assuming that works when we're talking about diversity, ethnic diversity as well.
Absolutely. Sometimes if you can't get a job at a tech company you want to work for, you use those skills, whether it's software development on one side or technical sales or marketing on the other side, and you partner with a co-founder and you build a company. And if you build a minimal viable product that's actually addressing and solving a real problem that people are willing to pay for, at the end of the day, with perseverance and education and training and really getting in the ecosystem, and if you don't give up, you get traction. I think that's still the silver lining in our American dream, even considering the political context of the day and all of the narratives that are going on. Entrepreneurialism is still a path to wealth creation and community redevelopment and economic development. We've seen more millionaires and billionaires because of the technology revolution in the last generation, and we'll see more of it.
Well, it certainly helps to have role models like both of you out there getting that message across. Thank you so much for the work you're doing and for coming on today. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Great stuff. We are moments away from the start of a new session here at the New York Stock Exchange.